I'm super excited to talk about the topic that's on my mind, which is all about teamwork. And I want to talk about teamwork in the sense of career, in the sense of professionalism, and then also in the sense of family. So I'm going to start off with family because that's really relevant right now since we're spending a lot of time at home. I think my husband and I have developed a good balance to figure out each other's, I guess, skill sets, and more so what each of us is better at. So like for instance, something that we focused on today was meal prepping, and we had not done meal prepping for a long time. I think probably, I can't even remember when the last time was that we meal prepped, probably over a year ago. But we really want to make sure that we're focusing on our health, and that I am set up as much as I can be through the rest of my pregnancy and then after the baby's here. So we started today meal prepping, and our hopes are to try to eliminate as much meat as possible. So we're really going to splurge in a way between this week and next week on meats to kind of just like get that temptation out of the way, and then try to just do like a more plant-based meal prepping. I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, but I think that we're just gonna try our best to make sure that we're being smart about the way that we're doing this, especially because I'm pregnant. So today my husband, he likes to cook more than I do, and I feel like he's way better at it than I am. He went to school and studied culinary arts, so that's something that I feel like is the passion of his. That's not the field that he went into, but nonetheless it's something that he enjoys to do. So today he did meals with beef, and I mean, I don't think that I am as knowledgeable in cooking as he is. I feel like I know how to survive, like I can cook enough meals to survive, or meals where like I'll want to eat the food, but I definitely don't worry about like flavor or like making them really appealing, and my husband does. So we decided to kind of teamwork by splitting each other's tasks. So he focused on more of like the cooking, I focused on more of the cleaning. So he did all of the meal prepping stuff, and then I did the cleaning after and in between. And then we've also been doing a lot of like shakes and smoothies. So I cut up all of the fruits that we bought, because we buy them fresh and then we freeze them so they can last us longer. Mostly we do fruits like berries and mango. Those are the ones that we like to freeze the most. Sometimes pineapple. All the other fruits that we add, we just like try to keep them fresh and just buy as we need more. And in terms of kind of like the cleaning thereafter, I kind of just like let him do processes at a time, and then I would clean to make sure he had enough space or had enough of a clean area when he was kind of moving on to a next step. And then my daughter, so her task was to help me with the fruit. I started teaching her how to use a butter knife today to kind of like start learning how to use a knife. So she did help me cut some of the strawberries with the butter knife, and I was right next to her supervising her and kind of like teaching her a process. And I am so impressed by how young she is and how much she understands like complex tasks. Because I mean, if you just think about it, like cutting fruit is like not that hard, but for a 1.5-year-old, I mean, I had her like take stems off and then put the stem in like one place and then place the fruit on another plate. So there was like many steps involved in the process, and she was able to like catch them all. She just observed me kind of deliver the instructions, and then she did it on her own. Of course I was there with her, so if she forgot, she could just look over. But she lasted like a good, I would say 10-15 minutes, then she got over it. I mean, you know, it's fine. And then she kind of just like hung out next to me eating some strawberries while I was cutting the rest. So that was like a really good way that we teamworked as a family today. And then in terms of like career or professionalism, I think that my style of teamwork has a lot to do with how we communicate. So I like to observe first. I like to observe to see who in the group likes to be more of like a team leader and who likes to be more of just kind of like give me tasks and I'll complete them. So that way I know how to guide those people. And I feel like I've been in more situations where I've had to kind of just like jump in. I don't think that I am the kind of person that I'll lead like right away. I feel like I'm more behind the scenes, and sometimes that bothers me a little bit because I have a lot of ideas and I want to just have a process or a routine to get things done in an efficient way and as quickly as possible, but still like delivering with quality. So I think I've had to kind of like figure out a good balance between those, but for the most part I like to observe and then just redirect. When it comes to me taking like the position of leadership, I like to be involved but not like micromanage. If I'm giving someone a task, I just want them to do it, and then I'll check in along the way and then review as needed, because I want to make sure that people are developing their skill sets. And if you micromanage someone, it's very hard for them to learn with mistakes or just like learn how to improve themselves, because you're telling them what to do throughout the whole step of the way. So again, I feel like I'm still trying to like perfect that as much as I can, because I do want to make sure that I'm jumping and taking leadership as much as I can, but at the same time I feel like I like to help a lot, so I want to give space for people that want to develop those skill sets to be able to step up and kind of like take the lead if they want to. If it's something that's really important to me or something that I'm like really passionate about, or a project that I want to definitely be in the leadership role, I'll definitely stand up and kind of like say so. But for the most part I feel like I have a good balance between the both, but I enjoy doing like the logistical stuff. I don't know if I want to be like that forever, to be honest, because I feel that sometimes I don't like to be the follower. I want to be like the leader, because I want to implement the stuff that I've learned to make it a lot easier. But I also feel like in the group of individuals that I surround myself with, a lot of them are older and wiser, and I feel like if I do that, then I definitely cut my time in learning from other people. And I want to make sure that I know as much as I can and I learn as much as I can before I jump in, which again, I'm trying to figure out a good balance, because I want to do something that I'm passionate about the way that I want to do it, but I know that other people have done it as well and have figured out tips and tricks, and if I just listen, it could make it a lot easier for me. So I don't know, maybe I'll change my thoughts about that in the future. I think that's where I am right now, but I do strive to be in kind of like that chair of the one that has more wisdom one day. So the way that I think about it right now is just absorb as much as I can, so that later I can teach that to others. I also think in my whole process of learning how to work with new people, it's really good to keep in mind that it's a process and we just have to be patient. When I was younger, I feel like it was so different than what it is now, so I've definitely had to learn along the way, and I still continue to learn. Sometimes I don't like processes that we have in place already, so I do speak up at that time to try to change things. If I need help, like if there's a task that is assigned to me and I need help doing it, I'm not one to like stay quiet and figure it out. If I really can't figure it out on my own, I'll ask. If it's something that I've like struggled with in the past and I just have to kind of like be adaptable and figure it out, then I do it on my own. But if it's something that I know someone's there and they can help me, if I just ask the question, then I will. I think for that, like with cooking, sometimes even to do simple things like rice or beans or something like that. I mean, I know how to do that, but sometimes I want to like add a little touch to it. So I'll ask Edgar, my husband, like, what do I do here, or should I do this first or do this last, or just to get a different perspective, because I am trying to change a process or change a deliverable, right? So I think it's good when you do that, even if you've done something for a really long time, to just ask for feedback from others. It could be, this could be implemented in anything. It could be implemented in your business, in your personal life, in your career, because it's really good to keep track of what you're achieving or what you're working on right now as you make it kind of towards like that end goal. But if you don't go back and see like your progress, then you can't redirect where needed. And sometimes it's important to realize that you can be on a path to doing something, but if you alter something, it can get you there faster, or it could make you realize that maybe that's not where you want to be. So tracking progress, I think that's really important. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for this piece of content, or for this video. I hope that you're having a good day or night or evening, wherever it is that you are, and take care. Bye.